limit to how far they can trace back the story of that carrot. The exact same thing is true here with our waste here in New Orleans. At least that's what I found. That you ask somebody, where does their trash go? They say on the curb. They don't say it's collected by a whole crew of people and it's transported to this landfill, and it then maybe degrades and maybe it doesn't stay there for hundreds and hundreds of years. There's not that connection. I was actually on a panel discussion at Dillard, and a college student asked me this really, really confused question, had to do with landfill, and I couldn't answer it because I couldn't figure out what the question was. And his professor came up to me afterwards and was trying to explain that the reason it was such a confused question is the kid fundamentally didn't know what a landfill was. And at the college level, like, that environmental education is still lacking. So to say, I'm going to give you 5 cents for that can, maybe kind of provides incentive, but people think, well, I can just like save the time and just throw it on the street, because there still isn't that connection of what that action is going to do. Exactly. So hopefully down the line, and there is more environmental education going on. A lot of it tends to be nature-based here, because we don't have the recycling facilities started up quite yet. Most of it's nature-based, which is also really divorced from kids' lives here, because everything's concrete. Otherwise, it'd be constantly flooded here. So,
how do you attract most of your customers? Because you mentioned how it's so difficult for people to get people out of their own neighborhoods in New Orleans.
Right, right. A lot of the folks that you see every day here, like you probably always start seeing some familiar faces.
Yes.
They live just around the corner. And they've been coming here every day for years. And we know what project they're working on, and we know when materials come in, we'll give them a call because we know they're looking for it. So that's one part of the customer base that we have. I would say about 50% of our customers are low income. And so they're shopping here not necessarily for environmental reasons. They're shopping here for their wallet, which I don't have a problem with, particularly because they're still having that same impact. It'd be great if we can get through to that next step to show that they can save money and have that environmental impact, but at least we're getting to that first step. The other portion of our customers are shopping here for more environmental reasons, or because they're looking for that fine old wood that they really value, those old materials, maybe for antiquity.
Yeah, like a story or something behind it.
Maybe not environmental reasons, but they feel that connection to the materials. So that's the other portion. But we're really launching with social media, Facebook, Twitter. We have 2 separate Twitter accounts, one specifically for deals, another for all the other environmental news that we hear going on, to try to promote that as well, where to register for your recycling event now that's coming back. So with that, we're easily able to reach a couple thousand people, especially with our newsletter too.
First and foremost, just value. You're going to pay a third or fourth of the cost of what you would pay for modern wood. And you can find what we call specialty wood, which is really old lumber, which you might have a very dense pine wood. It's just going to be stronger. Trees had time to grow, whereas now they're cultivated and chopped down within a matter of years. So they have a time to get a thickness and a girth to them that modern one doesn't have. So it gives people options just to save money or to find really, really good wood that may even be extinct, which we've had before. Which is a good organization because it gives people a chance to save something from going to waste unnecessarily and utilize it and save themselves a pretty penny.